CNN's got a new poll that says 61% of Americans disapprove of Trump's handling of the economy, and 58% call Trump's first year of his second term a failure. And they also said that only 4% of Democrats currently approve of Trump.
Wouldn't expect the Democrats to approve of him.
Yeah, that's not shocking to anyone.
Now, I don't know. I don't understand. I mean, is it the liberal media?
Why did not get polled?
Yeah, that's the first.
They poll. They probably anyone who fills out a poll. It's probably for CNN. There's a guy, but I mean, there has been polls in favor of Trump, so I ain't gonna just say that.
Polls are bullshit to me. They're always like polling 1,700 people, and now I be seeing they just poll certain universities. So it's
how they get at the universities.
It's all propaganda. So it's like, oh, well, this poll is true because we did poll these people, and this is what the percent is. But it makes it seem like this is what America believes.
Yeah, it's like a small minority.
And Democrats are dumb enough to believe it. Do y'all approve of Trump's term?
I mean,
is God good?
I think there's good things. I think he's done a lot of good things, but
What's
to
your
me,
percent?
the biggest failure was the Epstein list.
Is it 80-20? Are you 80-20 or like
70-30?
I can take that. Me, man, I'm about 95-5.
Me too.
Because I believe that all the fraud that we're seeing, it would have never been uncovered.
Agreed.
Yeah, but no one's going to jail, so that's another thing I disapprove of.
But at least the money is getting.
But
That's cool, but I want to see people go to jail. We was promised corrupt politicians going to jail, and we're seeing numerous corrupt politicians now, and nothing's happening to them. We're just seeing the big fluff. Like, if y'all was really about it, Tim Walz would be in jail. Ilhan Omar would be in jail. People be in jail. I'm starting to realize that they always just go back and forth. They make a big fuss. No one goes to jail.
Yeah,
if you commit fraud, oh, buddy. 30%, no one's going to jail. The Epstein files have been covered up and buried, and they keep pushing it off. All government officials can be corrupt and get away with it. We're about to go to war for a regime change. I mean, I can't get.
What if you don't have to pay taxes? What would you say then?
Well, that would be great.
No, what would be your percent then?
I would still be 70-30, maybe 75-25.
See, I do see all
Tough
those things
crowd.
you're saying. It's just not one of those things personally affects me.
Yeah, sure.
So my poll, I mean,
sure, it doesn't personally affect me, but it's like, if we're gonna call out the fraud, where's the consequence? Because people went to jail for January 6th. No one's going to jail for rioting.
That was crazy.
People went to jail for PPP fraud. No one went to jail for Somali fraud. No one went to jail for all this government corruption and waste. So
That
it's
is a good
like,
point.
it's like we listened to this campaign where they said all these punishments gonna come down and nothing's happened. So that's just my opinion personally.
Yes.
Fair.
So am I happy with the bare minimum? Is this the bare minimum? This fraud being exposed?
I think that's bare minimum. I'm sure it's exposed. What's the consequence?
But we never seen it before.
See, but I
Sure,
think that they did
but
it
what's
in a
the
way where they
consequence?
knew they wouldn't get any consequences.
Oh, but there's fraud and they allowed it. And if you knew that there was fraud in your company, the IRS ain't gonna let you ride.
But he also did fire a bunch of people in
Sure,
the government.
sure.
So, I mean, stuff like this won't happen anymore.
Sure.
A person had SNAP benefits in 5 different states.
One person.
I don't think that we would have got, we wouldn't have got this information. But you're right. With this information, what's going to happen?
200,000 dead people and 500K are getting double what they're supposed to. What's the consequence?
All the red states sent us their data to help figure out what that looked like. We found 200,000 dead people, or people using dead people's social security numbers. We found 500,000 people getting more than 2 times what they should have, getting those benefits twice. We found some guy getting benefits in 5 states. And Maria, this is just the red states. I mean, the red states normally have a smaller program, tighter accountability and control. The blue states sued us, and so we're in another active litigation on that. They don't want California, New York, they don't want to turn their data over so that we can help them root out the fraud. And then the Minnesota piece, of course, which we've all been covering, is remarkable.
Yeah.
So we are in court. We're going to work really hard to make sure we're protecting the American taxpayer and the people who actually need these programs.
So Democrats want the fraud to continue.
Well, wouldn't you if you were getting the money from it?
So they won't even let the government roll out the fraud that's happening in their states. Wow.
I mean, it doesn't help their narrative in their pockets.
I mean, this stuff is just sick. They never cared about the American people. So, I mean, every day.
But I mean, we knew this. They always pretend to care about, people, and then they don't actually care about these people. They just use it to their advantage, just like they do with black folks. They don't care about black folks.
No, it actually is overly sick because if you think about it, Charlie Kirk was speaking the truth.
Boy,
and
was he?
The media made Republicans look so bad that people are losing their life for speaking the truth. So it's like, these people are like overly sick. They're willing for people to die.
Yeah, it's evil. It's good and evil.
ICE officers have got shot in some states. Like, they're dealing with a lot. They're willing people to die for their agenda.
It's only a matter of time until an ICE agent gets harmed, and then I believe
two have
at
been
that
killed.
point,
Yeah.
I think at that point all hell is going to break loose because it's already starting to break loose. But once, and like we're seeing stuff happen to the rioters and activists and protesters, but once something happens to an ICE agent, all hell is going to break loose.
This was not a loophole. The Biden administration, Secretary of Homeland Security Alejandro Mayorkas, devised a scheme to fly illegal aliens into the country and then to escort them en masse across the border by the millions, and to give them something known as parole, which gives them a work permit, which gives them a social security number, which gives them access to the voting booth. This was the plan all along, to get them here illegally so they can get free government benefits, get hooked to welfare, and be able to participate in American elections. This was an attack on democracy by the Democrat Party. It's the same attack that we see, Sean, when you have California, a sanctuary state, that is refusing to turn over even illegal alien criminals and gang members to ICE. So these are illegal aliens in California who have been arrested by California police, by California law enforcement for serious crimes, for crimes against children, for felonies, for crimes that threaten public safety, and they are refusing to hand these criminal illegal aliens over to ICE. Instead, they're freeing them back into the cities to offend and offend again. By any definition, what California is doing is criminal. It is a violation of our laws. It is one of the most heinous things that I have seen in my entire...
I love the administration, first off. I know I'm above 80% regardless, but that's why it's kind of like in between 80 and 95, because it's like, now it's exposed. So for the next administration, as time keeps going on, people are going to go to jail.
I mean, I want to see people go to jail now. I mean, we're seeing the fraud now. We need to see
That's
consequences now.
impossible, though.
Oh, no, it's not.
I think they
No,
did
it's
it in
not.
a way where they erased the evidence that you would need in a courtroom to put them in jail.
I just think that if you're a government official, you can get away with anything. Like, Tim Walz has not stepped down. There's not going to be any charges brought against him. He's probably going to go free. I mean, the odds on the betting markets are all there, and we know that we can trust these money markets. So it's like why are we making a big fuss if no one's going to jail? Because if a regular citizen was caught with these fraud, you'd be in jail. But if a Somali immigrant or a government official gets caught, nothing happens. It's like we know that there's a lot of BS going on, and we're just pointing out that there's BS going on, but nothing's happening. Nobody even got charged for being in the Epstein files.
That was not going to happen ever. I said that
agree,
from the
I
rip.
agree, but it's like why would he even bring it to the forefront of the public sphere if nothing's going to happen? We know that there's pedophiles being protected. We know that this is a real problem. Nothing happened to them. We know that there's fraud. Nothing's happening to these people.
I think it could be because of the political judges, though.
Sure, but also at the same time, we know that there's Somalis and illegals in this country, and there's being so much done to protect them over the American citizens at the expense of the American citizens. So it's like, I'm just tired of all the food fighting and you did this, you did that. I want to see some lawfare. Like, at what point do I see somebody go to jail? Because it's like, if we as citizens did this stuff, we would be in trouble. But now we're watching people be exempt from consequence.
Yeah, no, I do think we got to give it some time, but how much time do we give it?
I mean, it's been a year.
But some of this stuff is like, this is just being uncovered. Like, it's going to take time for stuff to evolve. Now, if we don't see no arrest by the end of this administration, then yeah, they did a bunch of woofing for no reason.
I mean, it's been a year. We got 3 years to go. I mean, I think Trump has laid the foundation for a lot of things, bringing manufacturing and jobs to America, investment into America, and all that stuff is great. But it's like, when are we going to see some consequence?
Yeah.
Like Pam Bondi, I'm coming after all the corrupt judges. Cash Patel, I'm going to shut down the deep state. Nothing's happened.
Yeah, it's hard to deny that point. But because it's Republicans saying that, and then there's some Republicans saying what I'm saying. So it's like, it's a big mix of that going on.
I mean, I just can't clap for like, okay, it's cool. We exposed it, but like, okay, we see it. Now what?
Don't pay taxes.
But you'll go to jail. You'll go to jail.
I mean, we're going to see now. Hopefully Trump said, hey, you know what, y'all, there's been so much fraud and we done brought in so much tariff money. It could happen.
Could.
And I bet everybody be at 100% then. All the people crying online, I bet everybody would be 100%. Because I'd be 150 at that point. Because I'm just happy for it to be exposed. Because I've never seen it.
I mean, exposing is one thing.
But, maybe they've been exposing fraud, and I'm just clapping for some bullshit.
Nah, they haven't been. And I also think that uncovering it is good because now, it's not being given to people who don't deserve it. It could go to things that tax money's supposed to actually go to.
Yeah, now if we keep seeing the Somalians living good, then hey, then we don't know.
What
It's
was
just
those jackets
bullshit.
they were wearing y'all were talking about?
The Canada Goose.
How much
yeah.
are those jackets?
It's like $2,000 coat.
They're expensive.
Ooh, woo.
Minnesota's been caught with fraud. We know California was committing fraud.
Ohio.
We heard about Ohio. I think we was hearing about Maryland. It's probably fraud all over all these states, honestly.
Definitely.
But California, they are officially next.
Fraud has marked the end of Tim Walz's political career. It should also be the end of Gavin Newsom's, because the scale of what has occurred in California is unlike anywhere else. And the governor says, bring it on. Well, every time we have had an investigation into fraud in California, the results have been absolutely incredible in terms of both the scale of the fraud and the negligence of Newsom in allowing it. I mentioned the $24 billion in homelessness spending, where the auditor found that they lost track of the money. And now there have been individuals indicted for committing fraud in connection with those homelessness funds. There was just another audit that came out 2 weeks ago that found that the number of high-risk agencies that have serious risk of waste, fraud, abuse, or mismanagement has doubled during Newsom's tenure, that we're losing billions still in unemployment fraud, in fraud related to SNAP benefits and Medi-Cal determinations, and a whole host of other areas. The state auditor found the $32 billion and unemployment fraud back during COVID. So every time this has been looked into, we've just found out the problem is even worse than we thought before. So Newsom better be careful what he wishes for. He certainly has done nothing to control fraud. And everywhere you look here, I think you're going to find things that absolutely shock the conscience.
Yeah, and to that point, you're going to...
Fake community college.
I mean, like, I'd love to see some things brought against California, but nothing's happening in Minnesota. So it's like all this fraud.
Well, they arrested like 80 people, 80-something people.
Sure, it's way more than that. And those people were already on trial for some different fraud. That's the fraud. That case was already...
That was one case?
Yeah.
Sheesh.
This is so, like, not believable. I just still have to look up, did the Pentagon lose $1 trillion?
And they did.
Is that a fact, though?
It's a fact. We've
That's
been said
100%
it.
a fact.
We've been learned that.
It's 100% a fact. Bro,
We learned that a long time
when you
ago.
see billions of dollars going to this, billions of dollars going to that, not all that money is going to make it there. Maybe like 30%.
Like we
is
are
getting
actually
stolen,
throwing so much money that terrorists are getting a hold of it. Like, bro,
Yeah.
that's crazy, man. I mean, hey, man,
the fact that we're exposing it is one thing, but there's no consequence. Like, we can say, oh, he's corrupt. We knew Nancy Pelosi was corrupt. She's like about to die with all that money. Her and her husband. It's like, bruh, like,
but
nothing's gonna happen.
It might not happen again. That's all we can be happy for.
Yeah, that's
it might
a good
not
thing.
happen.
It
That's,
would've
that's
just
a
kept
good win.
happening.
Can we take the win?
I'm taking the win
It's not
on
a
that.
win.
Like, it might not get in the hands of Al Qaeda again,
Which is good, right?
Hamas again.
We don't want
That's
Hamas
good.
and Al Qaeda getting American tax dollars.
So, I don't know. I just feel like people are just being a little bit ungrateful, in my opinion.
I would agree, compared to how it was with Joe.
Because when we hearing in the first year, it might be possible we might not pay taxes. Damn, when did that ever been, bro?
To me, I look at what affects me: gas prices, egg prices, prices in general. I mean, that's my main thing. If I'm safe and things aren't as expensive, then Brock is good.
Affordability is still one of the highest issues with voters. Still, I'm pretty sure it is the highest issue.
But that's the thing, though. I mean,
like, we're watching
Things have got better, though.
We're watching illegal immigrants and stuff destroy all these systems in place to benefit Americans, and we have government officials that are defending them. It's like, I think this is ridiculous.
I just think that we have our first administration that, okay, people could say they might still be slightly puppets, but you can't say it's 100% puppets. I don't know, because look at this answer right here. Look at this answer Trump gave right here.
Did Arab and Israeli officials convince you to not strike Iran?
Nobody convinced me. I convinced myself. You had yesterday scheduled over 800 hangings. They didn't hang anyone. They canceled the hangings. That had a big impact.
Yeah, I heard it's getting really, really bad in Iran.
That's pretty bad.
I would not want to live in Iran.
That's a non-puppet answer, though.
He's Trump, bro.
Trump for
Just
sure
saying.
gonna say what he think.
Just saying.
Most times.
I think this is the step into destroying the deep state. I think this is a huge step. That's why they tried to kill him. That's all I'm saying. I think the polls are bullshit. I think the liberal media, they're making all this stuff go on in Minnesota. This is what the people voted for. I think, the country's just divided, and it's because of the media, and it's because of the fraud that happened. Democrats want to get votes. They want to continue fraud, and this is how they keep it up in the media. And they're making people, dumb sheep, look stupid. Doge did so much.
They did.
Like, yes, people are going to jail, but this stuff is crazy. Animal monkey studies.
$215 billion, roughly $1,300 per taxpayer. Hey, taxpayer. So they saved you a bando.
So Doge,
to me, that's a lot.
Doge has uncovered $200 billion.
They saved each one of you taxpayers $1,300. No specific total by Joe.
So it's no specific total.
He was asleep.
It says Biden administration emphasized enforcement and recovery and pandemic fraud, but that has insufficient action on the scale of the problem. Well,
Joe ain't doing nothing.
They put the citizens in jail. Oh, you can't commit fraud, but we can. They can. You can't. Laws and structure for thee, but not for me. That's what they say. That's a win, guys. Yeah, clap it up. We know that there's fraud. They're getting away with it, but you can't. You can't fraud. That's why all them people hitting them, send me a chase, send me a BOA. Go right ahead, brother. Go right ahead.
Nah, because you gonna go to jail.
Shit.
They not, though. They're not.
They not.
That's what it does look like.
Somali.
I can't be mad at that take.
Democrats must recognize that Zohran Mamdani is the future of the party. We've run this experiment many times, and the results are always obvious. Here's capitalist South Korea at night from space. Here's socialist North Korea. Yeah. In 1990, Venezuela was wealthier than Poland. But then Poland, finally free of Soviet-style economics, went all in on capitalism. And now their economy is as big as Japan. And people there have high wages, low inflation, cars, vacations, homes. Meanwhile, Venezuela traded capitalism for Hugo Chavez's Socialism for the 21st Century, which turned out to be like socialism in the last century, or any century, a fucking mess. It turned one of Latin America's richest countries into one of its poorest. Low wages, high inflation, shortages, outages, 8 million people fleeing. If you think New York can somehow reinvent this wheel, you're in for a rude awakening.
So Donald Trump, since I know you're watching, I have 4 words for you. Turn the volume up.
So now he's going to the White House, guys.
Ooh.
I don't know how that's gonna go.
Hopefully
we can see it live, guys. But Tom Homan, we know how he.
You remember when you used to start barking when you would see Tom Homan?
Hey, nah, Tom Homan
used to be hilarious.
No,
bro.
that's why I say Tom
he
Homan.
looked like he about to start barking.
He's not playing that shit. They're coming to New York, man. You have to come to New York. New York has the most probably immigrants it is.
Oh,
they
it
do.
does.
Tom Homan not playing that shit, y'all.
President Trump and me talked about San Francisco, and I actually spoke to the mayor of San Francisco, and he goes, look, let my law enforcement, my leadership, let us see what we can do within our own government agencies here, and give us a chance. And you know what? He stepped up, and much of his law enforcement is doing the right thing. Even though they're sanctuary city, they're taking some actions against the worst of the worst. We'll see it. We'll monitor it. And as I talk to the president, we'll monitor the success. If we think we need to go in, then we'll have a discussion about going in. But New York City, I plan on being in New York City in the near future. We're going to do operations in New York City. We know in New York City, me and Mayor Adams at one point had an agreement to let ICE into Rikers Island so we can arrest the public safety threats and the safety and security of that facility. But the city council shut it down. So we're going to be coming to New York City. We're already there now. I mean, teams are there now. But we will increase the enforcement presence in New York City, again, because they're a sanctuary city, and we know we have an issue there with public safety threats hitting the street every day.
With that answer, is there a distinction between what's happening in San Francisco and what can or will happen in New York?
Well, we'll see. I mean, I think the president said last night, if the mayor of New York City wants to come and talk about making the streets safer, open up for discussion. I'm willing to meet with anybody. President Trump's willing to meet with anybody. But let's get together and work it together. We much rather work with these sanctuary cities than keep, putting our agents at extreme risk, going out in the community and arresting public safety treatment. They could have arrested them in the safety and security of a jail. So we welcome any conversation. But if they don't want to assist, they want to keep, pushing back and impeding our efforts, then we're going to to just send more teams there. We're going to flood the zone.
So Mondami supporters are upset with him because he's going to meet Donald Trump. I mean, I would be too, because you talked all this big and bad shit. Now, if you're not finna go to the president and talk big and bad in front of his face.
I don't understand why they would be mad. They should be happy about that.
No, because he's gonna allow ICE into New York.
We don't know what they about to talk about.
We don't know if you think he'll let ICE in New York?
What power does he have to stop that? What power does he have to stop that? None.
No, you can tell like your law
But is he gonna cooperate like the San Francisco
doesn't
person?
answer to the mayor.
Well, that's probably true, but he can definitely do some things.
Nah.
Because Eric Adams was the mayor, and he had a lot of control of what was going on.
He's a former cop. They like him.
I know, but he had a lot of control of what was going on with the
because he
immigrants
controls
and
the
stuff,
city
didn't he?
budget. So they was allowing him and paying for it.
Well, he's now about to control that, so they do have to have some type of bipartisanship.
He said they're gonna have illegal immigrant safe haven, and they said they're gonna fight Trump on that. So we're gonna see what they talking about.
Hopefully it's live. I think he's been in the knee, bro.
But even if you're gonna talk to the president, like if you're a government official talking to the president, that's like pretty sure that's pretty standard, especially if it's the most powerful or the biggest city in the whole nation. Why would you expect them to not talk?
The supporters are mad at Mondami
Well, of course
and
they are.
ALC.
Man, let's see what they saying, man.
This can only be done and only be tried in partnership with you. And we must try. The national leader of the Democratic Party could be anywhere in America. And by some random chance, it's a man whose millions from AIPAC become billions for bombs. And he's right here in Brooklyn. I believe we have an obligation of circumstance. It could be by anyone, anywhere, but it's us here. Over $150,000 and 1,000 volunteers are pre-pledged. This would grow capacity, not strain it. And this will grow black socialism and strengthen the movement for the sake of our neighborhoods and the millions overseas who we will never meet. I'm asking you to vote yes. We have to try.
Yesterday, top Democrat Hakeem Jeffries got a primary challenger in popular city council member Chiose. This is big, with potential repercussions for the orientation of the entire Democratic Party. Not to mention,
He has an
also
USPA shirt
impacts
on.
moving Zoran's agenda forward in 2026.
Yeah.
And a major test that everyone is looking at right now is, will New York City DSA Zoran's foundational endorsement back Xi? I've been organizing these spaces for years. Here's me congratulating Zoran on getting his endorsement from New York City DSA in 2024. Let me give you more of an insider perspective of what's going on. Jeffries has been the minority speaker replacing Pelosi in 2023 with a decade of time in Congress. He has middling favorability nationally, but is well liked within his own district. Xi is a fresh city council member elected in 2022 and has outsized popularity due to his effective use of short-form videos. His key piece of legislation is the FAIR Act, major renter-friendly legislation that prevents landlords from unfairly charging brokers' fees. Xi is hoping to primary Jeffries in New York Congressional District 8, which Zoran won in the primary with 55% of the vote to Cuomo's 44% of the vote. But first, Xi is hoping to win New York City DSA's endorsement, which is run by members, rank-and-file members. One member, one vote, real democracy.
So these are the type of people that's trying to run New York.
Socialism. It's finna win.
Did he say
black socialism? We finna grow the movement. I promise you, this is finna grow.
Gay black socialism? That was crazy.
His name is Chiase. Yeah, I think socialism gonna take over these Democrat cities, especially with a lot of young progressives. Oh yeah, it's only a matter of time. What Mondami just started is an avalanche.
But
I think they're gonna turn on Mondami.
What is gonna happen whenever they see that it's trash?
We'll see.
We'll see what happens.
They're gonna try to move down to Florida and to Texas, and then they're gonna try to vote Democrat and make it socialist here too.
It would never work here.
Let's see. Let's see.
Sorry? Is this your train?
Yeah, let's go.
This city is the world's greatest experiment in human cooperation.
And there are those who want to tear it down and sell it out. Trump from the outside, affordability crisis from the inside.
How many more people could thrive with more affordable housing, world-class transit, and universal childcare?
Absolutely, man. They don't want people to believe they can ask for more, so we have to
I can't
demand
believe
more.
this
You know Andrew Cuomo cut Medicaid?
Yeah, and he stole money from the MTA to subsidize upstate ski resorts.
Jesus Christ.
This is so fake.
I love this city. I just want it to be better.
With all New York has going for it, I just can't help but ask, why is shit not working? It's time to make New York work for everyone.
You knew it.
Yes!
You're running for office.
Yeah, I'm running for mayor.
I'm running with you, brother. In this political moment, we need someone with the energy to stand up to Donald Trump, with an inspirational vision of the most our city can be. And that's why I'm endorsing Zoran Mamdani for mayor.
You can't hand New York City over to a dangerous grifter like Andrew Cuomo. Election day is on June 24th, and early voting starts on June 14th.
So, what'd you get?
Spicy chicken sandwich. They didn't have none.
Do you think he ate that spicy chicken sandwich?
Why would he not eat this chicken
Muslim.
sandwich? They eat chicken.
Do they eat chicken though?
They don't eat pork.
They do eat chicken. Yeah, they don't eat pork.
Okay.
You ever been to shawarma?
Man. He talking about Como Grifton. You just got a Popeye spicy chicken sandwich.
Because he know who like him.
He got a chicken sandwich in the video with the gay black guy.
Exactly. I got a black guy. Let me get a spicy chicken sandwich from Popeyes.
That was like when she pulled out the hot
most our
sauce.
city can be. And that's why I'm endorsing Zoran Mamdani for mayor. So, what'd you get?
Spicy chicken sandwich. They didn't have none.
Neither party's official platform, in my opinion, is good on Palestine. I don't think either party right now is doing justice to Palestinians. That doesn't mean that they're the same. I think that a Donald Trump presidency would be absolutely catastrophic. I mean, he's coming out here saying finish the job of a genocide.
There's a lot of people with our politics that are having a hard time getting there in terms of supporting Kamala Harris.
I think about the women that are bleeding out in ER rooms because they live in red states. I think about trans kids that are living in places
That's why they lost
where their entire families are trying to figure out if they need to pack up their entire lives and move somewhere else. We have to hold all of those things at once. And so to me, the conclusion that I've come to is having more people suffer to put on top of the already horrific suffering that's going on in Gaza is not something that I think I'm
Don't you take APAC money?
That's an APAC bar dress.
Oh, well, man.
And they need to just stop with these internet videos because when you
It works.
It works for the younger people.
Yes, that's who's voting.
But that's not gonna win. Well, I would say it works
For young Democrats,
it
it works. It's effective.
Well, Republicans, we gotta
AOC
start voting more.
AOC is
Damn.
probably the most popular Democrat socialist.
Because when you get on stage, it's gonna be Kamala Harris every time.
Y'all remember the best commercial, but Trump and them was killing with them commercials.
You can't debate. Once you get up there for real, you won't be able to debate.
Yeah, but
here's the backlash.
You gotta be a master
right here.
debater.
Here's the backlash right here. This girl on TikTok, she's just so liberal, guys, and she has a lot of followers.
See, and this right here is why I did not fuck
She got a
with
mullet.
her and Bernie Sanders fight the oligarchy tour that happened recently when everybody else was fawning all over it. Because it's very easy to say, fight the oligarchy, stand up to the establishment, when it's vague and faceless and nameless. But then when somebody takes your advice and says, you know, I'm gonna primary the guy who is completely funded and controlled by Wall Street and AIPAC, you go, oh, did I say fight the oligarchy? I didn't mean ours. Similar to what Bernie said when he was asked about Chuck Schumer's disastrous handling of the government shutdown, he's like, well, I'm not gonna call for him to step down, but make sure you stand up to the establishment. Okay, so you guys wanna tell people to stand up to the establishment, but then when they do in your own party, you're like, what? You didn't mean like that. Which is particularly galling because we all know that AOC has her seat because she challenged an incumbent in leadership. And remember, this is the same AOC that tried to gaslight all of us and tell us that Joe Biden was the best person to run for re-election, that he was fine. This is just the newest example of why I don't trust her. This shit was the nail in the coffin for trust. She and Bernie are hypocrites, but I already dealt with Bernie in the other video. She is a hypocrite because not only, as I said, did she get her seat in the first place by challenging an incumbent, but what I also need everybody to understand is that it's in moments like this that you realize how unserious they are about change.
Reported that Councilmember Chi Osei, who I just found out earlier this year that he's actually Combat Jack's son. I didn't know that. I should have known off the last name. But anyways, it has been reported that he has filed the necessary paperwork or filings to primary Congressman Hakeem Jeffries. Now, if you know Chi Osei, he's very active on social media. A lot of people like him. He campaigned heavy with Zoran Mamdani.
No.
And I think he identifies as a Democratic socialist as well.
He's not.
Very progressive.
I see his
the
videos
whole
all the time.
country has been watching minority leader of the House, Hakeem Jeffries, in the midst of this new Trump administration era. And I think it's pretty fair to say that not only Democrats, but Americans have been highly disappointed with the performance and behavior of Congressman Hakeem Jeffries and Chuck Schumer, but we talking about Hakeem right now. Like everybody or a lot of people have been advocating for him to be primary. That this is not a new concept or idea. But when a young, progressive, Democratic socialist who represents a constituency in New York City, who showed that Zoran Mamdani is exciting and he won, he supported him, whatever. He aligns with that perspective. So you would think that this makes sense. Taking the energy from Zoran Mamdani winning the mayoral electorate in New York and extending from a council member who is of that same belief system to taking it to U.S. Congress, you would think that would make some sort of sense. But the Democrats of New York, from Zoran himself to AOC are saying that this isn't the time.
They are grifting. That's what it is. Like, they know, oh, if this gay guy takes Hakeem Jeffries' spot, it's gonna look even worse. They will never, ever, ever, ever win. It's
I don't even think it's that.
worse.
I just think it's just the young Democrats are trying to protect the establishment Democrats. And I think Hakeem Jeffries is an establishment Democrat. That's why they stand beside him and he doesn't out any other Democrats. He sucks at what he does. He sucks. And it's interesting because
is the gay guy gonna be better?
No. He's not.
He's gonna be worse.
He's literally, but the gay dude is more representative of the younger Democrat Party. Person of color, gay, minority, LGBTQ, socialist.
You forgot
that's
some
the
of the
future,
letters, bro. That's
I don't give a shit about them rainbow letters.
That's
I
whatever they call it.
I don't give a darn.
Forgot about the IA plus.
I don't give a darn.
And the other one, you're talking about fast and free buses and you're meeting with the governor. I've heard you talk about many times that you don't want to take money away from the MTA. You want to put money back in. It's something that she agrees with, right? We don't want to take away money from the MTA. How are you getting that money, the $700 million to make the buses free, into the MTA if she's not for raising taxes?
You know, I think that the two clearest ways to raise that money is through the raising of the state's corporate tax to match that of New Jersey. I think that a lot of this is still a case to be made. Whether it's the corporate tax or whether it's the personal income tax on those who make more than $1 million a year or more, I think that these are the clearest ways. I've also said that if there are other ways to raise this funding, the most important fact is that we fund it, not the question of how we do it, but that we do it.
How is
Wait, how does that
important?
even make sense, bro?
Because if you raise taxes on the middle class, that how is not a good how.
Broken promises. This is broken promises one-on-one right here, guys. The governor said this is not happening, and you don't even know another solution.
I mean, there's been plenty of socialist experiments in the world, and they never seem to work. So I don't see why it would work now. But they'll get to see. That's why part of me wanted them to win, so that y'all can all see that was stupid.
Mamdani's in the position to where he's not just governing for himself. He's governing for a collection of ideas and for an approach to politics to where he is sort of proof of concept of something. And if it fails, he will be the example that it cannot work.
Interestingly enough, I think it's interesting though. I see why a lot of the base is mad because this dude helped him campaign to get elected, and this dude is popular. And now AOC, who's the most popular socialist, who backed Mamdani, and this dude helped Mamdani get in position as well. They won't stand behind him. They standing behind the other dude. I see why the young people are mad. They like, y'all say y'all support all these ideas. We got behind you. We helped you, and now you want him to help this other guy who also agrees with y'all? Why?
That is, yeah.
So it's
I mean, because they're grifting. We know that.
It's all a game. I think both sides are full of shit.
Like, if y'all
Just
take money from APAC,
if we keep the facts as level, I think both sides are full of it.
They take money from APAC, yes.
Almost everybody.
Yeah, I know.
It's all full of it.
When it was time to fund Israel, that's why it was so big when that came out. It was literally every single person in Congress said, yes, let's do it. Let's see if they get Mamdani in line.
I just think that like my distrust in the government is why I vote right, because I believe in less government. But I don't know why people who vote for more government choose to trust the government when they say that the government is corrupt, racist, and all these things. But then they turn around and say we need more government to help us. So it's like, if you believe that the government is racist and corrupt, why would you expect them to turn around and help you?
Time flies. Believe it or not, we have just a few weeks left before I take office as the next mayor of New York City. But before then, I would like to quote the great Senator, and we're so grateful for each and every one of your comments. None of that money is being used to buy hand warmers like these. And the second is I will stop making these fundraising videos so I can once again.
Nah, I'm sorry.
I'm just confused. What was the point of donating? Like,
D-E-I-E.
It does say junkie.
It say junkie, but what was the point of that though?
You want some
Ration party?
Would you be more happy that a politician is fundraising than using taxpayer dollars?
Well, I mean, you're gonna use taxpayer dollars at one point, but like, I just don't know, what are you fundraising for? Like, what is the money for? They say he's raised like a couple $1 million.
Last weekend, ICE attempted to raid Canal Street and detain our immigrant neighbors. As mayor, I'll protect the rights of every single New Yorker, and that includes the more than 3 million immigrants who call this city their home. But we can all stand up to ICE if you know your rights. If you encounter ICE, these are the things that every New Yorker should know. First, ICE cannot enter into private spaces like your home, school, or a private area of your workplace without a judicial warrant signed by a judge. That looks like this. This is legally allowed to lie to you, but you have the right to remain silent. If you're being detained, you may always ask, "Am I free to go?" repeatedly until they answer you. You are legally allowed to film ICE as long as you do not interfere with an arrest. It is important to remain calm during any interaction with ICE or law enforcement. Do not impede their investigation, resist arrest, or run. One last thing. New Yorkers have a constitutional right to protest, and when I'm mayor, we will protect that right. New York will always welcome immigrants, and I will fight each and every day to protect, support, and celebrate our immigrant brothers and sisters.
Fight ICE and more protests.
I ain't gonna lie, his production team is actually pretty good. If you're a regular American, don't pay attention to something, it could get you. To me,
Could it though? Obviously in New York, but
think about if he wasn't paying attention to politics like this. This probably will get some regular.
Okay, yeah, maybe so. Yeah, because maybe if you feel bad about the ICE raid,
think about it. You don't think so?
No.
It'd be like, oh, man, dumb me.
Well, for the young people,
think about it. TikTok, bro. I keep bringing that stat up.
I mean, it's illegal immigrants we're talking about. Like, you're not supposed to be here. Like, I don't understand why so many people are upset. And I just don't think, even if I was into politics, I could get behind somebody not being born in America and being in American politics telling us how to run America.
Do you think Gen Z is 50-50 on that issue?
On what?
On illegal immigration.
No.
You think it's more people against it?
I would like to know.
Yeah,
I don't know, because I always thought it was an old problem, because I remember South Park
it's
when I was little.
It's definitely an old problem. It's not a new problem.
Yeah, since South Park, I've been seeing the jokes about that. He took my job!
I don't know why you think it's a new problem.
That's what I say. Why would Gen Z really care about it? Well, it's taking some of their jobs.
Yeah, I feel like there are more emotional voters, though.
I don't know. The boomers is looking like the more emotional voters to me personally.
Yeah.
But, I might be wrong.
It says 55% of Gen Z are in support of immigration law enforcement. 67 see the benefit of the economic impact. So
Wow.
it says down from, it was 80%.
I don't be liking numbers, though, because, how did you get that? Did you get that based off who voted for Trump?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Well, we got also put in perspective, like, a lot of these immigrants already having kids that's like our age too, that grew up, that been in the system already long.
It says 63% of Gen Z Republicans see immigration as a U.S. problem. Only 33% of boomers agree. And then it says under half back mass deportations. But it says overall Gen Z opposes Trump's policies by the widest margin of any group, 65%.
Yeah, I can see that too.
Damn.
So that's why, I can see why he won in New York, especially a city like that.
He is choosing a convicted felon to advise him on public safety and the criminal justice system. Mason Lennon is a rapper who served 7 years in prison for armed robbery in the 1990s. Let's bring in Fox and Friends weekend co-host Charlie Hurt. I can't imagine why this sounds like it doesn't make sense to us. Charlie, your thoughts?
It's insane, absolutely insane. Armed robbery of taxi cab drivers in New York City. You would wonder, it does kind of make you wonder, does this mean that maybe we can arm the taxi cab drivers in New York City against thugs like this? But that does not seem to be the concern of the new administration. But honestly, if you step back and you look at sort of the bigger picture here, I think what this is I think that Zohran Mamdani is concerned about his radical left flank because he has spent so much time in the last couple of weeks hobnobbing with billionaires, trying to raise millions of dollars for his transition team. And he famously went and met with President Trump at the White House, had what appeared to be a pleasant meeting there. And I think he's kind of worried, and maybe rightly so, that a lot of his radical left-wing crazy supporters think that he has gotten a sniff of power and a sniff of money, and he's going to go try to jump in bed with a bunch of billionaires. And so he's got to throw something like this out here in order to kind of wink at them.
Yeah, I can see that. That's not a bad take right there.
I can see
I'm still liberal, guys.
It's interesting, though. Fox News is getting on him for being a convicted felon, but they support Trump. He's also a convicted felon.
What they did is different.
I know it's completely different.
It's very
I know it's
different.
completely different. I know it's completely different. I'm just saying.
We think one of them that we think they did it for political gain, and one of them he actually was robbing taxis.
Okay, that's valid.
So-
That's valid. That's valid.
But I
was
ain't
just
gonna lie,
saying.
if he's supporting, no black kids bullying other black kids.
We'll see. I mean, I don't live in New York City, so I'm past the point of commenting on this. Like if this is what they want, this is what they voted for. Who am I to say anything?
But it does seem like even in the Carmelo Anthony case, when all of that rap sheet of that one guy, what's his name?
Dominique Alexander.
Yeah,
That's his name.
That was crazy.
The one that was supporting them and backing the family and doing all the press conferences. It seems like black people a lot of people was all good with that. So it just seemed like, I guess, if you commit these type of heinous crimes and then you turn into a black activist, it's all good.
Yeah.
And now you can get appointed.
You think he's persuading himself as a black activist?
Black Lives Matter.
Okay.
Black Lives Matter.
That's Breonna Taylor. Okay, yeah.
This proposed underwater gas pipeline that would go out near Staten Island and out to the Rockaways. Do you plan to weigh in on that?
Look, I
think you're on the record as opposing it.
I'm on the record as opposing any new fossil fuel construction, and it's part of a commitment to taking on the climate crisis.
And in a case like that, I mean, there's litigation, there's people who are really going to be taking sides. So as mayor, your voice will really carry pretty far in that conversation. Do you plan to be part of that conversation?
I think I'll always make my thoughts clear as I have done now and will continue to do so. And I also look forward to the working relationship that I have with the governor, which is one that has been focused on the affordability crisis and how to deliver for New Yorkers.
Has that been part of the conversation?
Not as yet. No, the focus has been more on universal child care and the affordability agenda that I ran on.
Mom, like, you got to read the latest thing. It's not a crisis anymore. You're killing your bread and butter affordability because you can't let go of your old fling climate.
He sounds crazy, too. He just
he's not
crazy.
in yet, and he's making promises because he's not actually having to govern until January. And I want to be fair with this guy. He ran a masterful campaign from social media. My own social people said he was incredible in figuring out algorithms on every platform. Everything he did, it was really high top quartile engagement, and he won that way. He has a big challenge, though, and you're detailing some of the policy decisions he has to make. This is not a country he's managing. He's managing a city with limited federal jurisdiction, limited state jurisdiction. He has to speak upstate to get stuff done or even get money. I would think somewhere between now and when he actually takes the seat as mayor, he's got some soul searching to do on policy, including what you're talking about here. Freezing in the dark because you don't have the gas is a really bad campaign.
We need
bad luck.
We need decatherms.
Even your die-hard supporters might not continue to support
But I
you
think
then.
that's the kind of thing that, and free food and free transportation, all this stuff is policy. He'll be sitting there never having managed anything, and I'm willing to give him the credit that he managed a great campaign, but now the hard work begins. And I actually say, as a visitor of New York waiting for my free stuff, I wish him good luck because I've been waiting for him to be mayor because I want to come to the airport here and get a free lift into the city. And damn it, I don't want to pay these hotel bills anymore. It's ridiculous. I need free, and then I want free food. Fair. I should get all.
Yeah, that's why I say it just sounds good to dumbasses.
I mean, it's always sounded good. A lot of the stuff he promised, he doesn't have the power to do. So it's like, what is actually going to come from this administration? He's already asking for money. Is he going to ask people to donate money for the free government-ran grocery stores?
Yes.
How is he going to freeze the rent? Like, come on now. Like,
I just wonder, why would he not take fossil fuels for it? Like, wouldn't that bring the cost down of energy around and would bring down the cost of gas and stuff?
So I guess people are just going to be sleeping in the cold at night.
Especially, it do be cold there, too. That shit weird,
I don't know,
bro.
man. Yeah, man. This guy has took nothing but L's. I have not seen a dub from this guy. He went to Trump, and he completely looked like he bent the knee in front of the world. That's why Trump said, you know what, brother? Go ahead. I know you got to say these type of things, Because, I mean, that's just what liberals want to hear. And, I mean, he's giving them what they want to hear, and these shit's just not possible. So they're just going to take
I think he
major L.
might actually try to make it possible.
It's not going to be possible, though. Free grocery stores and free buses I can maybe see, but I can't even see that.
I can't even see that either. It's too much. Unless you raise taxes on something, that's the only way you can do it. You got to find a way to pull money from somewhere.
And now they're proposing the city council to get a pay raise.
It's a lot of money too.
Come on, bro.
Every single member.
These government officials are insane.
Yeah, it hasn't been done yet, but that could be the first thing he does when he takes office. I wonder what the odds are on that.
They're already earning enough.
I think everybody should get a pay raise, including me.
We should be thinking first about homelessness.
As long as they do the right thing, they should get some more money.
New Yorkers reacting to the majority of the city council signing on to a bill that would give across-the-board raises, not just to themselves, but to district attorneys and every other elected official all the way up to the mayor. City elected officials have not had a raise since 2016. And in the meantime, council member Althea Stevens says she and her colleagues have not been immune from the roughly 35% inflation during that time.
I'm a single mom, I live alone, and so to be able to pay rent, it's really been tough for me to do that.
Hundreds of thousands of employees who work for the city do get regular raises, with a good many who now make more than city council members.
We're out there on holidays, we're out there on weekends. Our expectation is for us to be in the community on a regular basis, and so we should be able to take care of ourselves and our family at the same time.
The proposal on the table is currently for a 16% raise. City council members would get $24,000 more per year and land at $172,500.
I don't care where $148,000.
You know how much rent is?
Bro, you paying 2 bands for a shoebox.
So you're telling me that people they can't live affordable with that? $140,000.
Not in New York.
Like
let's see.
How much is insurance?
Bro, come on, bro.
Bro, an actual home in New York, bro. Actual
Divide
rent.
that by 12, bro. Come on, man. Let's be for real. Bro, that's almost $12,000 a month, bro.
Yeah.
You're okay.
It says in Texas, the $148,000 is worth $220,000 to $260,000 to maintain the same lifestyle. So you got to make $260,000 out here to have the same kind of life.
So that's more like probably $75,000.
Yeah, it says the monthly cost of a 1-bedroom apartment in New York City is $3,500 to $4,500. Groceries anywhere from $500 to $600. Utilities anywhere from $200 to $250.
She's good.
Healthcare $500 to $600.
I promise you, she's okay.
It says your total monthly expenses estimated for one single adult in New York a month, $5,000 to $6,500. That's a lot of money.
She's okay.
No, she is. Yeah.
She's getting $12,000 a month almost with that salary. I mean, maybe taxes and but you just got a budget. Be a normal girl. I mean, you're not struggling. I can see why she said it though. She is the statue, like you said. So I mean, maybe she should get that raise for that.
Expectation is for us to be in the community on a regular basis, and so we should be able to take care of ourselves and our family at the same time.
The proposal on the table is currently for a 16% raise. City council members would get $24,000 more per year and land at $172,500. The comptroller would get $33,000 more, and the mayor would see a more than $40,000 bump, over $300,000. Incoming Mayor Zoran Mamdani, a Democratic socialist who ran on a message of affordability, sidestepped the politically tricky question of pay raises earlier this week.
I'm not worried about the hypotheticals at this time.
Council members supporting the bill say this is just a jumping off point for a conversation, which is something that's mandated in the city charter.
I just think it's worth looking at it and, earnestly
We're
listening
AOC,
and exploring what needs to be done.
Zoran Mamdani announced that once he takes office on January 1st, he'll stop sweeping homeless encampments across our city. I won't criticize him on every issue, but when a policy harms New Yorkers, I have to speak up. Showing compassion for those sleeping on the streets is not a sweep. It is humane. Ending this action will create a quality of life nightmare. Just look at cities that allow encampments, and you'll see the damage. Worse, leaving people to suffer in the cold isn't just neglectful, it's a disgrace. Throughout the last close to 4 years, I was adamant about cleaning those encampments because we cannot tolerate a city that turns a blind eye to human suffering. I urge the incoming administration to rethink this, and I urge New Yorkers to raise their voices. Let's call it what it is. Labeling the abandonment of our homeless neighbors as progress is a slap in the face to real progress. It's not just misguided, it's shameful, and we need to call it out for the disgrace that it is.
I mean, yeah, they did say they're going to bring the encampments back. They said they finna let them have tents all around New York. I remember.
It's finna be Gotham City for real
like,
around.
They
there.
finna free. He said he wants to release people from the prisons. Let the homeless people be everywhere.
Drugs be free, huh? Drugs. Every drug finna be legal.
Tell y'all, bro. It's a deeper agenda behind this. We got just too much going on. We got the Minnesota stuff going on, this going on, California, man. Then what? Guess what? That's why I think
we forgot about Chicago.
It might be China. Remember when China pulled up on Gavin Newsom? They cleaned up, waving the flag. Then he left back dirty. Somebody is invading this country, y'all. Cause there's no way that you're gonna, as the mayor, it's like, oh, let's just leave it all dirty.
Yeah, bro.
Let's just leave it dirty. Keep the shit on the ground and let's leave it dirty. They had a shit app in California.
Yeah, they do. Poop
And so now you're elected yourself. Let's bring all
let
that
them
shit
just
back.
take drugs and just let them stay on the streets.
What agenda
Let
is
them boo
happening?
boo and shit.
This shit is crazy, y'all.
There's already no trees around, so
Man, this shit is insane. Now that might be the most insane policy. That's insane.
Mayor-elect Mamdani campaigned on progressive policies, and we're beginning to get a glimpse of what that may look like. Today, Mr. Mamdani announced that he's not going to focus on breaking up homeless encampments, a big change from Mayor Adams. Will the shift lead to scenes that have plagued parts of California, like in San Francisco? And
this would
LA?
look bad out
Eyewitness
there.
News reporter NJ
Too
Burkett
crowded.
with the reaction tonight. NJ?
Yeah, Mike, good question. Mamdani clearly believes that won't happen, but his approach will have to be successful. The city's going to have to make major investments in housing, and he believes that affordability is at the root of homelessness.
On the coldest day of the season.
I'm sorry. What's been helping affordability in this country right now? The tariffs. So why are they going against the tariffs?
I think, I think is going to happen? I think he's going to have these people sit on the streets, and then he's going to do another fundraiser or try to get an NGO and say, help us get the homelessness out the streets so we can have these programs and watch all these people get rich in the background again.
That's literally how all this stuff happens, really.
That's
It's crazy, man. And in some cases, they're going to send it to Somalia.
On the coldest day of the season, we found homeless New Yorkers taking refuge underground. Like this woman named Harriet, who told us she needs help.
Nothing is being done.
And they have nowhere to live.
And they have nowhere to live, so they have to keep being. This shelter is supposed to be like some
temporary,
like a temporary place.
Harriet says she doesn't know where to turn, which may be true for many who need to stabilize their lives. Incoming Mayor Zohran Mamdani told reporters that the answer to homelessness is to provide homes.
Connecting those New Yorkers to
Free
housing,
homes.
whether it's supportive housing, whether it's rental housing, whatever kind of housing it is.
When he took office, Mayor Adams faced an onslaught of high-profile crimes committed by homeless, unstable people. His reaction was immediate.
No more smoking, no more doing drugs, no more sleeping, no more
That
doing
sounds normal.
barbecues on the subway system, no more just doing whatever you want.
It was both no nonsense and compassionate. Police officers enforce so-called
Sound.
quality of life violations.
And remember, y'all, he called Joe Biden too many times about the immigration. He's like, man, y'all give him credit cards. Joe Biden, boom. Bro, it's somebody invading us, bro.
But
we gotta be real, man.
You gotta also remember, like, wasn't it? It was like a homeless junkie that was on the station with Daniel Payne.
Yes, bro.
They
set people on fire. So let's just leave them in there.
That was the immigrant.
Okay, but it don't matter. Let's just leave them in there, though. So if these people are insane, these people are doing crazy stuff and harming people and maybe smoking crack in there,
Fentanyl,
let's just leave
all
them in
type of
there.
shit,
Let's just
yeah.
leave them. That's a better plan.
Whatever you want.
It was both no nonsense and compassionate. Police officers enforced so-called quality of life violations and ended homeless encampments.
Yeah, you gotta
They
stop
were
that
paired
type
with
of
outreach
stuff.
workers to coax the homeless off the streets and into treatment. The severely mentally ill were involuntarily committed.
We said it's inhumane to walk by someone that clearly they can't take care of their basic needs.
Mamdani believes it's inhumane to end encampments and would use involuntary commitment in the rarest of cases.
If you are not connecting homeless New Yorkers to the housing that they so desperately need, then you cannot deem anything you're doing to be a success.
Dave Giffen runs the Coalition for the Homeless.
The only way we're going to solve this problem is by creating enough permanent housing such that people don't have
It's
to
New
live
York.
on subway platforms and live on the streets. And I'm sorry to say it, but no The mayor so far has done a good job.
Tonight, Mayor Adams is defending his approach.
This isn't Texas.
He's stating he's no longer going to implement a smart policy on our part. New Yorkers are going to see the repercussions of that.
Well, David Giffen credits Adams for moving some homeless into stable housing, but not, he says, nearly enough. He credits Mamdani for taking an approach that he says may be successful. Tonight at Penn Station, NJ Burke at Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
This is just this one right here is just like obvious that they just don't care.
They scrubbing the money off, bro.
Like, this is absolutely insane.
They just want them. They just want them, you know, just be junked out on the streets. To me, that's what I see. You want to get high, buddy? This America, you free to get high on the street.
It just reminds me of
and boo boo on yourself and piss on yourself.
It just reminds me of this guy right here. It sounds like Gavin Newsom, and we see how that's going, man. That's the #1 most moved from state.
It's gonna start with that, then legalize all drugs. We gonna see how it go. Gotham City.
Woman is in critical condition after being shot in West Chatham this afternoon. CBS Skywatch was over the scene at 76th and Vincennes about 45 minutes ago. Police say the 26-year-old woman was sitting in her car when someone ran up and started shooting. No one is in custody.
All right, guys, we have an episode of the worst city in probably America, guys. This right here is just shocking to me. Todd say he's not shocked about it, but I am. A young woman was killed with her child in the car.
Chicago. Those are brutal savages.
Bro.
The National Guard was sent to tone down their savagery.
I'm going to keep saying it. I'm not surprised.
I don't believe I'm surprised either.
Chicago. It was a serial killer as a woman in Chicago.
What?
Oh, yeah.
You forgot about that?
I didn't know anything about that.
Guys, I don't know if y'all know how deep Chicago gets, so maybe we should do a couple episodes on Chicago, but it gets super deep, guys. It's sad. I mean, they have teen mass murderers in Chicago. I understand why they had to send the National Guard to Chicago and Memphis. Some cities next to St. Louis, they need to go there. It was a male rapper that apparently this female rapper, I don't know if she's a rapper or not. Is she a rapper? Yeah, I think she is. She set him up. Literally a few hours later, she got killed in the car with her baby.
Goodness gracious. Was the baby killed?
I don't know. That's what we got to figure out. Probably but it's been getting pretty wicked out here, guys. Like, I mean, they said it's a 21-year-old girl in Atlanta, Georgia, wanted for triple murder after graduating in honors. I mean, they need to bring more than the National Guard out to Chicago. They need the Navy. They need the Army. They need planes flying. I need to hear the Air Force out there in Chicago.
Okay, the violence is out of control.
You boosting too bad. You act like they're an army, they damn self.
The
National Guard is good enough, I feel like. It's you said the Navy. You saying the Navy on land. That shit don't even make sense.
I am boosting out that. It's super bad, guys. Y'all watch it.
A young woman who we'll later identify, who witnesses say was killed in gruesome fashion, driving her vehicle with the child in the car. They say her son survived, but she didn't. I later saw on Facebook on a post that someone quoted, someone's daughter just got shot up. Check on your people. At first it seemed like just another senseless Chicago shooting.
You know, I know violence happens in the community, but when violence happened with the kid in the car, which has been recently happening, it's recently been a thing, I just can't believe it.
It's not recent, bro. This been happening, bro. This is nothing new. I don't know why you keep saying recently.
Man, I know the situation in Dallas.
It's more than that. You didn't hear about the McDonald's when man was with his girlfriend, her kid, and they shot up the whole car at the McDonald's line. This is nothing new. This is nothing new.
I just don't that is like pure.
People shoot up grandma's houses. They go to grandma's houses and shoot it up. Yeah, don't even know if the dude in there or not.
They did set that rapper's house on fire.
So it's
his grandparents' house.
Yeah, his grandparents. So did they kill them?
Yeah, bro.
Shot him in the head and burnt the house down.
I don't know if y'all know about this stuff. We maybe need to go back and cover all this because they probably just see the random black fatigue.
They don't even care.
Yeah,
they're not in this algorithm.
I know, it's just like, you know.
The stuff they think about during the day.
Like, the black fatigue they see is just how black folks acting day to day. But if they was actually see some of this shit, they might need to get us off the internet if we start posting stuff like that, bro. Because we will actually expose a different side that they might not have ever seen.
This stuff is freaking savagery.
Like, I don't think y'all seen some of the stuff that actually happens, guys. It is literal 14-year-old killers. 8 bodies. See, that's the thing, though. They be like, okay, y'all don't talk about white people kill people all the time, too. But, you know, when you think about that it's groups and gangs of us that's doing it, that's what makes it bad. It's like, yeah, a tweaker, which is a person that's tripping or not in the right mental state, is gonna happen at any race. Don't happen in the Asian community a lot, but you know, black and white. Let's say black and white. It happens. People are gonna, you know, not be mentally there all the time. But it just seems like you can get groups of us to not be okay. And that looks pretty bad to me.
I just think black people are always talking about like white people and white supremacy and oppression and all these things, but this type of stuff should be priority number one.
Wouldn't happen really. Like
this should be priority number one.
White people,
Some people think it's not a priority. This is the culture.
They say that black on black crime doesn't exist. This is a real thing that's happening.
Mentally ill people are in each race, guys, black and white. But when you look at stuff like this, I'm just being real, guys. It just doesn't. They don't have white gang violence, but guys, and they not killing, you know, each other in front of their kids. And then the parents crying oppression.
Well, they do have the mob. You can't say, you know.
What mob? Nigga, Italians.
We just saw the mob just get arrested.
What mob?
The FBI just stopped the whole casino. About the Italian mob and the Israel.
Is that white folks?
Yeah, the Italians are white.
Bro, no. I mean, they're white, but they're not like...
They're white.
No, bro.
On paper, they're... that's like saying the Somalians ain't black. On paper, they're white.
You think Italians are white on paper?
Yeah.
Yes, buddy.
What would they be?
Well, then
Italians?
They're folk.
Italian look like white people.
Then my whole argument canceled then.
Yeah.
I didn't think Italian. I mean, when you say Italian, I think
Somalians, so they're not black.
I mean,
Somalians are considered black,
but they're not.
Or they're not. They're African American.
So is Jewish not considered white?
No.
No, they're not.
So on paper, what are they considered on paper?
I don't know.
White. On paper, they're white.
Probably.
On paper, they're white.
Yeah, he's right.
But Italian, don't they have like where do Italians come from?
Italy.
Okay.
Europe.
They're not American. I'm talking about American violence.
But the
they're already
violence
been
is
here.
happening in America.
Okay, but like you can't.
They have mobs.
It's a difference between.
This is gang violence, and they're more of a.
But therefore, I'm not going to put them in that category because if Africans came here and had gang violence, they would not label Black African Americans with Africans.
Yes, they would.
On paper, they would.
Yes, they would.
But they would definitely know
Somalians.
the difference between, hey, that's a Black African American, and that's
I don't think so.
We know the difference between a Jew and a white person. We know the difference between an Italian and a white person.
I really don't. Until recently, to the past year, I wouldn't be able to tell you nothing.
That, bro.
I'm like, these two white people.
You can't group that. Like at the
They
same
will
time,
group that.
They will, though. Categorically speaking, statistically speaking, for sure, they're going to group it the same. For sure.
Let's know what y'all think, though, guys. I know, but this did happen. But I don't think they're gonna group that like the same way, guys.
Like the biker gangs, they got biker gangs.
Are they? No, bro, but that's not nearly the level of what's going on.
No, facts. I'm just saying.
To me, they come from Italy, bro.
Some of them already been here in America,
if you see
though.
An African, you know, hey, honestly, if you see an African and they don't look pretty messed up and they don't look like they're illegal, they better than one of these niggas. So that literally cancel the argument out.
I don't think so.
Bro, you know a regular American and an Italian, it's an Italian mob still going on right now.
Yeah, I think
no,
so.
Bro, what bus are you talking about? Are you talking about the
NBA?
bus in Philadelphia?
I'm talking about the NBA. They had the mob. They said the mob.
Oh, you talking about the gambling?
Yes.
Okay, or were they killing?
I
So
don't
what
know.
is your argument then? I'm talking about killing. I'm not. I know it's crime happens all the time, brother. I'm talking about killing. What race of people are still killing at this rate in groups?
Not blacks.
It was a barbecue. 1 man, 5 women were shot. Police considered it at the time a mass shooting, all intended for one target. Police say Antonio Dickerson, who was arrested at the time back then, participated in the shooting. 1 man, 5 women were shot. Police considered it at the time a mass shooting, all intended for one target. Police say Antonio Dickerson, who was arrested at the time back then, Alfred Mitchell Jr., was the only male that was shot, and he had lost his life after being shot in the head from the back. May he rest in peace. A love and condolences to his family. Now, what people don't know is that the intended target didn't even get shot. Allegedly, 600 McAdoo was the intended target.
Leaders are calling for peace after 7 people are shot and 1 person killed in Chicago's Bronzeville neighborhood. The multiple shooting happened last night at 37th Place in Michigan, just blocks from Chicago Police headquarters. Eyewitness News reporter Evelyn Holmes live in Inglewood, where a basketball tournament is expected to get underway. Evelyn?
Yes, well, the Battle of the Blocks is set to get underway this afternoon as violence folks try to stop the violence. They're doing what they can to try to come together to keep neighborhoods safe. Now, the third day of this tournament comes just about a few hours after 7 people are shot on another neighborhood on the south side. The relatives of Alfred Mitchell Jr. say they can't believe he's gone after the 28-year-old father becomes one of 7 people shot on Chicago's South Side.
He was very friendly, outgoing. You know, he laughed. We spoke about old times and everything. He wasn't a bad person.
The attack happened as Mitchell, whose friends called him AJ, attended a barbecue near 37th Place and Michigan Avenue Tuesday night. Witnesses say it was around 10:30 when 2 gunmen opened fire on the group, killing the victim and leaving 5 women and another man among the wounded. The mass shooting happened 2 blocks from the Chicago Police Department's headquarters and comes after Chicago police reported 74 homicides in the city during the month of July.
74.
For the first time, youth peacemakers of Chicago hosted
74 deaths.
74 deaths. Innocent people are being killed, and this is one of the states and cities with the strictest gun laws.
Yeah, that don't matter.
It doesn't mean nothing, bro.
They make ghost, bro. We seen documentaries that's horrible with ghost guns in Chicago. They got ghost guns.
This should be priority number 1.
So that's what I'm saying.
I don't see why they complaining about the National Guard.
This should be priority number 1. To all people that claim to be pro-black, this type of stuff should be priority number 1. This has to stop.
Father Michael Flager was in attendance for the event, which hopes to provide a safe and fun place for kids in a neighborhood that has seen its share of violence.
Violence in our city is a real issue, and we have to address it together as one city.
Meanwhile, over in Inglewood, the community is using basketball as a way to try to stop the violence. The Battle of the Blocks Peace Tournament, sponsored by the New Canaan Land Baptist Church, is a single elimination tournament that hopes to stop the violence by getting guys from different blocks to play together.
It's all about positivity. You got kids out here, it's basketball, good food, good fun. So why not, you know? Stop everybody from all the killing and stuff, maybe come together.
And as communities and neighborhood groups continue to call...
I'm sorry, but I don't think that's going to solve the problem.
What, a basketball tournament?
Yeah.
I don't think any of this is going to solve the problem.
They need the real solution. I feel like the National Guard... I feel like if there's fear on the street, people will not shoot guns.
I think there should be fear and mass incarceration. Some of these people need to never see the light of day again. I think a lot of these people would benefit from military.
Hey,
being in the military.
That's the best thing Joe Biden ever said.
Y'all want to be so violent? Go shoot. Go put them overseas. Go hunt Al Qaeda. To go do something productive.
You know, that might be a good thing though. I mean, parents might cry, but after a couple strikes, roll his ass.
Oh, I don't even think you need a couple strikes. I think you got a youth offender that's violent with behavior problems. Military academy.
It's like in Israel, some countries you got to automatically be enrolled in.
You got to do 2 years.
You might need to do the automatic enrollment.
I'm just confused. Like,
it might not be a bad idea.
Why do they think a basketball
they could benefit from that structure?
Why do they think a basketball game could solve crime?
Because this is fun, man. We all fun and fellowshipping. Hey, you from that block? I hate you, brother. But you good at basketball. We friends now.
I'm sorry. I don't know who came up with that idea. It was probably a fat black lady.
I was going to say a woman probably came up with that idea.
And the white preacher man that came up with that idea, brother.
Probably
a white man that don't know what's going on, and a fat black lady that's just sad about the babies out there doing all the crime.
Like I feel like the majority of the crime that is the cause of this is drugs. And people have been killing each other.
Gang violence.
I think drugs is the main. I feel like drugs. Tell me if I'm wrong. I feel like drugs is the main reason why people kill each other.
I have heard out of a black man's mouth. He said, "Hey, it used to not be looked at as being cool to kill somebody. Now it is looked at as cool. Everybody want to catch a body. So after I hear
that is
don't need to hear anything anymore.
That is a fact.
But how much? Let's look up the stats.
We can stop. We know what was in their dead person's mind that this was about drugs.
Majority.
We don't.
Why do you think majority of gangs happens to make money and sell drugs?
I guess. Hey.
Why do you think somebody joined the gang for?
Well, you got that with Donald Trump blowing them drug ships up. So, I mean, that's good, too. They crying about that. I was hearing that in the barbershop. They said, this one I knew black people was lost. I heard that in the barbershop today. They said, man, anything for him not to drop them Epstein files. I said, you know what? I ain't even gonna say what I want to say about you. I hate you, boy.
For the violence to end, detectives are still trying to determine who was the intended target of the shooting that claimed the life of Alfred Mitchell. This as a family and friends struggle with their grief.
What is it going to take for something to happen so where the violence stops?
Well, we're told by investigators continuing to look into that shooting that so far no one's in custody and no arrests have been made. Back here in Inglewood, what we are seeing as folks beginning to arrive for this tournament will last through Saturday. That's when they'll have the championship game, and their winner will have bragging rights. Reporting live from Chicago's South Side, Evelyn Holmes, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
It was mentioned 757 Bar was arrested but was released for this murder. Condolences to her family. Area detectives were investigating. Still is. They say it's a homicide but no arrest has been made. Police asking anyone with information to contact authorities. And shortly after,
I feel like, in my personal opinion, something that probably might help with crime is either having a community center that can teach kids. No, listen. Did they have community centers? No, I feel like they have community centers that could teach kids multiple different trades and learn technology and stuff more than just playing games and playing basketball. I feel like that'd be.
Do you think that these violent offenders want to learn?
I feel like if you catch the kids young enough, you probably would.
Let's say
before they get caught in that
The problem is
the parents too.
The parents, but the Democrats aren't when they're in office. These people are voting wrong, bro. They're not spending the money on stuff like that. They spending it on LGBTQ.
Yeah.
They're not spending the money on the right shit.
Yeah.
The roads still messed up. Like it just,
the neighborhood's poor.
Property
education's
value,
poor.
Property value going down. Like, you know, it's a
The
team.
property value is going down because of the violence and the conditions of the community.
So that's why I said
it's a loop. They stuck in a loop. But when you say that a child is a product of an environment and the environment is just violence, poverty, and all type of stuff, and then someone on the outside of the community says these kids are being brought up to be criminals, they get offended. But you just said the children are products of the environment and there's criminals all in their environment.
And then this
I don't know what the problem
the kid that survived this shooting, this crazy thing that happened to his mother, how he gonna grow up? The kids that he around.
His dad locked up, his mom killed.
And the kids he around, how they gonna grow up? Because they cool with him.
Yeah. That's why I said National Guard, better community centers.
I don't know, guys.
I don't know, man.
Let us know what y'all think in the comments.